My goal here is simple. Funner for everyone.
Hey, Jane, you having fun?
Woo!
Is that legal?
Because around here, funner is a state of mind.
What is going on, Laker fans? Thank you very much for tuning in. A little Lakers Talk Daily on this Friday. Finally, Laker fans. Finally, we can preview the Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies. So game's coming up on Sunday. Lakers' last game they played, we all know, was on Tuesday against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So we've known for a few days now the Lakers and the Grizzlies are going to face each other. But this is it's go time. By the way, no complaints here. I think the rest was so important for the Lakers. I hope we see a fresh Lakers team coming up on Sunday because they haven't looked fresh for a week and a half, and hopefully this time off will help them a ton as they get ready for this matchup against the Grizzlies. Okay, before we get into the actual matchup, throw out some predictions and everything else. Before we do that, just a quick reminder, if you guys can subscribe to the channel here on ESPN LA, we're going to continue to put up as much content as possible. And it's not just Lakers, we're putting up Dodgers content. Obviously, we're streaming a lot of our shows, so if you could please do that, we'd appreciate it. Also, Harris Resort SoCal makes Lakers Talk Daily happen, so thank you to their partnership. Find your funner state of mind with a visit to Harris Resort SoCal, voted best resort in Funner, California. From dining to unwinding, you'll find fun around every corner. Learn more at harrissocal.com, just 2 hours away from downtown LA out in northern San Diego. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this. Your prediction. What do you think? Are you still feeling incredibly confident about the Lakers because of the way they finished off the season? You know, the game against Minnesota was ugly. The last week and a half was ugly, but they're still winning games. So you got to give them some credit for that. I mean, when they locked down against the Timberwolves on Tuesday, they gave up 12 points in the fourth quarter. They gave 4 points in the overtime. So the Lakers, we know how good their defense is. Or do you have some hesitation now after watching them over the last week? So whatever your prediction is, please put it down on the comments. I'm going to tell you some things that I feel good about and some things that I'm concerned about. Let me start first with the concerns. The concerns are the Lakers had to play basically for a month where every game meant everything. It didn't matter who you were playing. So I just point that all out for that reason alone. I think my biggest concern with the Lakers is fatigue. How are these guys feeling? Can they go up against a young team in a 7-game series who's fresh, who's ready, who, no question about it, has got plenty of rest along the way, and a 7-game set for them is nothing. My biggest concern with the Lakers, it's not talent. It's not do they have the right pieces. It's not do they have, the right role players. Do they have the stars, all that. That actually never even crosses my mind. For me with the Lakers is as the series progresses with Memphis, are they fatigued and is it obvious, or is that not an issue anymore because you're in the playoffs and the way the playoff schedule is actually works to their advantage, not their disadvantage. So that's one thing to certainly keep in mind as we get through the Laker season, as we get through the first round of the playoffs. Ja Morant is a star. Ja Morant is amazing, but they got one superstar. Lakers have two. So I think it's less Ja Morant because I think he's going to get his. But what's Desmond Bane like in this series? What's Jaren Jackson Jr. like in this series? Actually, to be honest with you, there's two guys specifically, Dylan Brooks and Desmond Bane for me. If those guys struggle more than they succeed in the series, I don't really see how Memphis is going to get enough from all their other guys to win 4 games against the Lakers. But if they're playing loose and they come out and I've said this a couple times on the show with Travis, if they come out and start the series 2-0, they win both games at Memphis. I don't think the Lakers are coming back from a 2-0 deficit. So I think you got to get one of these first 2 games. To have to win 4 out of 5 against Memphis and, to drop those first 2 games, I think could be fatal for the Lakers. I really do believe that. I think it's going to be so tough to come back if you're down 0-2. On top of that, Memphis is only going to go conference. They're only going to be looser. I just don't want to see that type of scenario. You want to make sure they're a little bit tight. You want to make sure there's late game situations. Maybe they haven't been in it, but LeBron and AD have been in it a ton. You just don't want them to get comfortable. So Desmond Bain and Dylan Brooks are kind of fascinating to me in this series. If they play well, Memphis got a real shot here because I think John Morant's going to do his thing and Jaren Jackson's going to get his as well. It really hurts them not having Brandon Clark and not having Steven Adams. For the Lakers, I'll tell you what gives me confidence about the Lakers. What gives me confidence is a lot of these guys, specifically Ron and AD, Dennis Schroeder's been in the league for a long time. They can there's no scenario out there that they're not comfortable with or that they're not accustomed to. Austin Reeves had a bad game last game, even though he was good on defense. D'Angelo Russell had a bad game. I don't think they're going to keep having bad games. I think just as the playoffs progress, they're going to get more and more comfortable. And the Lakers are so much deeper than Memphis. It's not even close. And that's because a lot of, obviously the moves that they made. So depth for the Lakers is going to be huge. Obviously, the experience is going to be huge as well. Like I said, I don't think talent's going to be an issue. I think it's just going to come down to, are the Lakers fresh? Are they healthy? Are they do they have enough proper rest? Or did that climb just to get to number 7 really hurt the Lakers for the playoffs where they got here? But now, is there any gas left in the tank? If I have to give a prediction, I think it's going to be a long series. I really do. I think for those who think, Lakers in 5, I'm not on that boat. I think Lakers in 7. So I'm going to go deep series. It goes all the way. I'll take my chances with the Lakers in a 7-game set. Kind of contradicts myself that the longer it goes, I think that's a benefit to the Memphis Grizzlies, but there's enough veterans with LeBron and AD that they won't, being in a situation late in the series, I don't think is going to affect them. If Memphis grabs the first 2 games, I don't think the Lakers are coming back from that series. So watch out for these first 2 games, Sunday and Wednesday. The Lakers got to get one of those games. Doesn't matter which one, but got to get one of them. All right, Lake fans, appreciate you guys tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel and get with you guys soon. Thank you. Back on Monday.